Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. As we sit here and basically wait for the ratings for Shawn Porter's, past fight with Ugas, and the fact that I thought Ugas edged Shawn Porter out. You know, a lot of people thought that Shawn Porter lost that fight. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm gonna talk about some boxing shit that they could do to help boxing get better. Some things they could do, my own personal opinion. But as far as Shawn Porter goes, Shawn Porter seemed like he a good dude, he a nice dude. He seemed like he one of the most likable men in boxing. He seemed like he the type of dude you would, you would love for him to date your daughter if you got a daughter, because you feel like he gonna treat your daughter with the utmost respect and whatnot. But when it comes to Shawn Porter as a boxer in his career, he just don't move right. He say things that basically alienate fans from him, if he got any, because yesterday's attendance was a clear indication, that he may not have no fans. And if he did have fans, he is slowly losing them, because nobody came to that fight yesterday. Nobody came to that fight. The attendance was so bad that they had to, basically in the background, they blacked it out because they didn't want, people to see how bad the attendance was. And I mean, it was such a low turnout, I guess they couldn't get people to move down to the front. Because I was like, well, maybe people will come as the main event starts, and basically nobody came to that fight. So it says a lot about Shawn Porter that he doesn't have much of a fan base. It's the same thing, and this is for people that think I just always attack Lomachenko because he's not black and all that shit. I'm just calling it down the middle. The same way Lomachenko don't have much of a fan base, neither does Shawn Porter. Those are two dudes that just don't have a fan base. People don't care about Lomachenko. No matter how much they try to make him out to be the so-called pound-for-pound best fighter in the planet, people don't give a damn about Lomachenko. I'm just keeping it 100. But Shawn said in his post-fight interview, and see, this is what gets people angry with Shawn Porter. He says, hey, Crawford is a good fighter and people sleeping on him, but I'm not afraid of him and I'm not going to fight him. And see, this is the thing that bothers me, about some of these PBC fighters. As a fan of a lot of the PBC fighters, I'm a Crawford fan, and some people have this blind loyalty to certain fighters in the PBC, but then at the same time, you got to call a circle and a square, and a triangle. I don't like how some of these PBC fighters moving, especially at 147. If you got a guy in Crawford that's making offers to fight some of these dudes on the PBC card and they turning down fights, then something ain't right. Now, I know it's certain people that's going to get on here and say, oh, fuck Bob Arum and Top Rank no matter what. And I understand that, because Bob Arum, they gave you a reason to say that about him when it over the years. That's fact. Now, this isn't pro Bob Arum, because, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, I'm going to have some questions for Bob Arum when I see him in a few weeks, or should I say a month from now, for the Lomachenko fight. Because you got to ask these questions, man. You got to be like, hey, Bob, what's going on, man? And I'm looking at both sides. I'm looking at the Top Rank side and the PBC side, but it's been provided proof that there was offers to the top, from the Top Rank side of things to the PBC fighters. And Crawford wants to fight those PBC dudes, but they don't seem interested in fighting them. All they want to do is say they respect them, but they ain't fighting them. And then some of them want to be disrespectful and refer to Bud Crawford has a nappy head. You know what I'm saying? Even though Bud's hair is cut short, though, but it's not like he got dreads or anything. But, you know, nevertheless. And it's a lot of things behind the scenes going on that's rubbing me the wrong way. I'm not going to go public with that, but then I just see some things, and I don't like how certain people is moving as far as, you know, the treatment of certain people. You know, I'm just seeing a lot of bullshit with these fighters and shit. So like I said before, I call everybody out. And I don't know why Shawn Porter wouldn't want the opportunity to fight somebody like Bud Crawford, who a lot of people think is the best fighter on the planet. Not named Errol Spence or Canelo or so-called Lomachenko. I don't think Lomachenko is remotely the best fighter on the planet. But nevertheless, that's a big opportunity for Shawn Porter. Why wouldn't you take a fight with Bud Crawford where you could possibly make like $5 million? You could put it on pay-per-view, but then you say, well, I'm not gonna fight him, but I'm not afraid of him. Well, you open up the door for people to assume that you're afraid of him when you say shit like that. You know, Shawn Porter's, I gotta tell the truth. Sometimes Shawn Porter ain't honest neither. Now you know, I don't want to go deep into the, you know, he a Christian stuff. I'm not gonna go deep into that. I'm not gonna challenge his Christianity. I'm not gonna go there. But all I'm saying is, I didn't see Shawn Porter contradict himself, say, hey, Errol Spence would be the easiest fight to make, but then you don't make the fight. Then you hear this shit about we ain't looking to fight Errol Spence, but Errol Spence got a belt. He got a belt that you once held. So, I mean, I'm just saying, man. You know, Shawn Porter, he don't, you know what I'm saying? Out of all those PBC fighters, out of Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying, Adrian Broner, you know, all those welterweight guys, Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter is probably the least most popular as far as the fans go. Keith Thurman proves that Keith Thurman proved he had a fan base. He kicked ass in ratings. Same thing with Errol Spence. You know? So, same thing with Danny Garcia. Same thing with Mikey Garcia. They do solid ratings. So, I'm dying to see what the rating's going to be for this fight. But as far as Shawn Porter go, man, Shawn Porter, he do himself a great disservice, man, when they ask him, do he want to fight certain fighters, and then he just casually just say, well, you know, I'm not interested in that fight. I don't know about that fight. I don't know if I want that fight. And it's up to me or my pops, or, you know, and I just feel like to a certain degree, you know, you wonder, is it Shawn Porter? Is it his father? Or is it people on his team that's preventing him from taking certain type of fights? So that's just a question that I would like to know. But anyway, man, I'm out.